I was talking about empathy and I asked for example. One student on the second day, he mentioned about one particular faculty and said he is very empathetic. He was right. He said that professor will be handling the class. Sometimes I'll come late. On one day I came late. So he used to be very harsh on people who come late. He will not tolerate at all. But that day, the entire class expected that I was going to be put down in front of all of them. But he looked at me and he asked me, why are you late? Then before I could open my mouth, he said, you would have gone to canteen and had several idlis, an item for breakfast, 10 for your information, idlis. You would have had a lot of idlis, isn't it? He laughed and then said, don't come late tomorrow onwards. Go get into the class. The guy went in. In the interval, he went and asked the professor, sir, I came late. You should have shouted at me. You used to shout at everybody, but you did not shout at me, sir. You saved my face. Why? He said, I know. I looked at you. Your shirt was completely wet. And you were also gasping for air. I know you are coming from a distance to the college by cycle and something went wrong. That's why you have come like that. I realized it. So you never used to come late. So you have come on the day like that. So then I changed the topic, made it slightly jovial and let you in. He said, for this master, I will do anything because he understands me. To win over the hearts. So he was doing his class lecture. He is irritated about people who come late, who are irresponsible in most of the lecturer's opinion. But he had the eyes to look at him. He did not just glance. This is awareness about self and others, about others here. That is empathy. To look at him, look at his wet shirt, some background information about him, and all that played. And he had the control over his emotions, not to shout, but to talk like this. So there are 4 levels of competence. One is unconscious incompetence. The second is conscious incompetence. Third is conscious competence. Fourth is unconscious competence. For example, if a child doesn't know how to use a bicycle and also doesn't know that it doesn't know. This is known as unconscious incompetent. Incompetent to do, but not competent also. Not conscious also. Then looking at other kids playing with the cycle and riding the cycle, this child realizes others are able to ride the cycle, I am not able to. So it has become conscious of her own incompetence. That's the second level. Then it attempts to learn. And then while riding, it has to look at the brake, if he has to apply the brake, and look at the pedal, if he has to pedal. So it has to be very conscious to be competent. Over a period, practice, it's able to ride the cycle without even looking and sometimes even taking the hands off. That is unconscious competence. In any learning, we move through this chain of many of us are today unconscious incompetence in emotional intelligence. We don't know that we are not able to do. There is something like this. There we move on to conscious, that is awareness. We become conscious, we remain incompetent. We practice, then we become conscious competence. We over and again practice, we become unconsciously competent. Without effort, we can do.